Would you like to tell us a little bit about your experience at UC Claremont? Did you go here for school?
I have my master's degree in literature from the main campus, University of Cincinnati.
What was your major and when did you graduate?
Well, my undergraduate major, I actually started as a music performance major. Speaking of careers that don't go in straight lines, and I added an English major, and then I went to the University of Cincinnati and got my master's degree in literature and poetry writing, and then I went and got a Master of Fine Arts at Sarah Lawrence College in poetry, and I
Oh,
finished
cool.
that in 2006.
I'd love to know more about what you do currently and how your time at Claremont led you there.
Hmm. I started teaching at Claremont in 2007 as an adjunct, and then I started working full time shortly after that. And I've been a teacher at UC Claremont ever since. This year, I'm on sabbatical. Right now, I mean, I don't normally live with giant stacks of art books behind me. I'm actually in the art library at the Vermont Studio Center in Northern Vermont, where I have a 3-week residency, which means that I'm just here with other writers and artists, just working on our creative projects. It's pretty great.
What's a positive experience you had at UC Claremont?
Just one, huh? I think that Claremont has been a really wonderful place for me as a professor because I get to work with all these different kinds of students, students who want to be writers, students who hate writing. I actually like teaching writing with students who think they hate writing, students who want to work on a lit journal, students, who want to be a librarian when they grow up, like just having encounters with people who are on that journey, whatever it is, and working in a place that's supportive of doing things that align with new student interests. So like I founded East Fork Journal when I first started teaching. I saw that there were students who wanted to do something like that, and the college was really supportive, and they found a budget and they made it happen. So I think that's pretty great.
This is pretty great. That's cool. Um, how did you first hear about East Fork? What or who prompted you to become involved? Did you help found it? I knew that you were involved with the paper, but I don't know how because I'm brand new. So
Yeah, I actually, I and another English faculty member who doesn't teach at Claremont anymore, Dr. Joel Peckham, we founded the journal in 2008, maybe.
oh wow, okay,
Yeah.
all right. Um, have you ever published anything on East Fork's website?
I haven't, I don't really think it's appropriate for a faculty advisor to like promote their own work. There is an interview that an editor did with me last semester. So I guess you could say that that is in a sense a kind of a publication, but no, I'm usually more behind the scenes.
Okay, because that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure how all that worked. What advice would you give someone hesitant about attempting to have their work published?
It can be really scary. When we make something creative, it can feel really vulnerable. And the idea that someone might judge it or say yes or no to it is a really intimidating thing. I think it never stops being intimidating. I still get anxious when I send new work out to journals. And the truth is that a lot of the times a journal is going to say no. Not because what you wrote isn't any good, but because maybe they got 50 poems, about snow, and they figure, there's really only 2 poems about snow that they're going to put in their journal.
Mm.
So I would say that if you don't do anything, the answer is always no. And if you try something, the answer might be yes. But that
Okay.
it's okay to feel scared about it.
Yeah. Would you like to share a story or stories about how the professors at UC influenced you?
You know, I know that that's a question maybe that you're thinking more for students, but in fact, other faculty at Claremont have really influenced me. Um, Take, for example, do you know Dr. Fred Crum? He teaches history.
I do not, but I've heard of him.
I have a chapbook of poems that I just published with Milk and Cake Press, which is actually run by another faculty member at Claremont, Dr. Kim
Oh,
Jacobs
wow.
Beck. And one, that book wouldn't exist if Kim hadn't founded her press and then published my book. And two, I never would have written that book if it hadn't been for all the conversations that Dr. Crome and I had about medieval European history and witch hunts, because the book is poems that are made by erasing the Malleus Maleficarum, which is a witch hunting text. It's a really weird project.
Hmm.
But I think I'm constantly being, enriched and challenged by the experiences of the other teachers at the school.
Okay. How have you seen the journal change or evolve?
Yeah, I think one of the fun things about being an advisor for East Fork is that new student editors come in and they have new ideas. So we've redesigned. I say we, but really the student editors. They've said to me, "Can we do this?" And I usually just say yes. Redesigned the way the website looks. Rethought how they want to promote the journal. Like this semester now, they've got this beautiful logo, right? That's new, and I think it's wonderful. And it's fun to see editors willing to try new things and take new risks.
Awesome. Okay. What are the benefits of being a student editor?
I think that, first of all, I don't think you have to be an English major to be a student editor. In fact, the journal existed before we had an English major. Students get to learn basics of web design. They get to learn basics of copy editing, of advertising and promotional strategies. They get to practice working with other students that they're not already friends with, which, can be difficult. They get to practice like being professional and communicating in a professional way with lots of different kinds of people. Like high school students with the high school writing contest, faculty when they do things like, interviewing faculty. Reaching
Right.
out to other students and encouraging them to submit work. So I think that it's one of those students who all they do is show up to class and don't do any co-curricular or extracurricular activities. I think they're missing out on a big piece of what college can be at its best.
Okay.
So I think it's one of the best experiences that we offer to students is to do something like being an editor. I mean, there are other things too, but something. I think every student should do some kind of student group.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Rachel wanted me to tell you that she says hi.
Please tell Rachel that I said hi back.
I will. Is that about how long a usual interview lasts? Because I'm kind of like, I don't know if that was short or.
That seems good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. I guess we'll end it here then.
I am definitely going to make it to the thing on the 4th, so I look forward to being there to celebrate.
Awesome. Yeah, okay. We'll see you there.
Okay. It was really nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
I will see you in person in a few weeks.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right. Bye.